And we also spoke with Syed Akbaruddin, India's envoy to the UN, listening to what he's had to say about the latest developments concerning the United Nations Security Council and the consultations on Kashmir.
We are grateful that our views are taken on board as they should be for a country that is representing 1 billion plus people. India's status in the UN is sui generis. It is highly regarded. Everybody understands our situation, and we explain our views with candor and honesty. So we are confident that our views are heard, our views are taken into consideration, and going forward, we've also made it public what we perceive to be our internal matter.
Meanwhile, in what is being seen as another jolt to Pakistan, US President Donald Trump has climbed down from his mediation offer that reportedly is not even on the table right now. This is a major snuff to Pakistan, remember, from the United States as well, because earlier there were talks that the US President is willing to mediate between India and Pakistan. Prime Minister Imran Khan also had phoned Donald Trump and they've spoken about this, but he has said that they are not going to intervene in India's internal affairs. US President has conveyed the importance of India and Pakistan reducing tensions through a bilateral dialogue regarding the situation in Jammu and Kashmir. And staying with Kashmir, let's talk about what's going on as far as the restrictions in the valley is concerned. After a complete communication blackout over the last 12 odd days or so, the Jammu and Kashmir administration has now taken the first step towards restoring normalcy in the valley. The first stage of internet resumption has begun in Jammu and Kashmir with 3G and 4G net services now functional in some areas. This after Jammu and Kashmir Chief Secretary BVR Subrahmanyam yesterday announced that communication on lines will be restored in a phased fashion, starting with landline phones over the weekend. Schools will resume from Monday onwards, is what we're learning.
Schools will be opened after the weekend, area-wise. Telecom connectivity, which has been a point of sore concern, will gradually be eased and restored in a phased manner, keeping in mind the constant threat posed by terrorist organizations. There has been not a single loss of life, and it is to the credit of the people of the state. You will see a gradual restoration from tonight and tomorrow onwards. You will find a lot of Srinagar functioning tomorrow morning.
Chief Secretary, sir, you talked about resuming landlines and also schools.
Right.
Which areas have you chosen to begin with?
I'm sorry, I am not directly monitoring which areas, etc. There is a systematic plan. The IG Police and the Divisional Commissioner Kashmir, they're sitting together. No, I'm telling you is, what they will do is, they will start opening in the rural areas first. In Srinagar, in some localities, they will start opening. Wherever there is an area which is either a trouble spot or is vulnerable, those areas would be the last to be opened. So it is not rural, urban, or this city first or that city. Area-wise, within localities, things will be relaxed.
Now this is the question I'm bringing in front of you is, I spoke to a lot of these players from tourism as well as people who lost their livelihood, the shopkeepers and all other people. Who is going to compensate for their loss?
I am not going into compensation issue, but please hear the speech of the Prime Minister. The tourism is going to be one of the pillars, and the agricultural economy is going to be the other pillar, which is being promoted in a very big scale in future. I'm sure.
For 15 days, these people have really hit badly.
We are in conversation with them.
We're in